Most of us think we're starting the day right with a glass of fresh orange juice. Sunshine in a cup, right? But here's the truth. That carton in your fridge may be months old, stripped of its natural flavor, and carefully re-engineered to taste fresh. Today, we're breaking down the orange juice illusion. Why fresh isn't really fresh. When you see not from concentrate orange juice at the supermarket, you might picture oranges squeezed last week and poured straight into a carton. But in reality, most orange juice is stored in massive oxygen-deprived tanks for up to a year before it ever reaches your glass. Removing the oxygen keeps the juice from spoiling, but it also strips away much of the flavor that makes oranges taste fresh. That's why not from concentrate doesn't actually mean freshly squeezed. It simply means the juice wasn't concentrated and re-diluted. But it may still be 12 months old by the time you drink it. The illusion? You're not sipping last week's oranges, you could be sipping last year's. Pasteurization sounds like a technical word, but it's really just heating juice to kill bacteria and extend shelf life. It was first introduced in the early 20th century when foodborne illness was a major concern. Without it, orange juice would spoil within days. With pasteurization, it can last weeks or even months on the shelf. That sounds like a win, right? Safer juice that doesn't go bad quickly. But here's the catch. Heat doesn't just kill bacteria, it also changes the juice. Studies show pasteurization reduces delicate nutrients like vitamin C, folate, and natural antioxidants. One review found that vitamin C levels in pasteurized juice drop by as much as 15 to 20% compared to fresh squeezed. And then there's the taste. The heating process dulls those bright, zesty flavors that make oranges taste fresh. That's why juice companies have to step in later to fix the taste. Spoiler alert, we'll get to that in the next section. Some people turn to cold-pressed juice as an alternative since it isn't heat-treated. But the trade-off is shorter shelf life, usually just a few days. In other words, you can't mass-produce and ship cold-pressed juice worldwide the way you can with pasteurized juice. That's why almost everything in your supermarket is pasteurized, not truly fresh. So, yes, pasteurization makes orange juice safe and convenient, but it's also the first step in turning something fresh and natural into something processed and engineered. Here's where the illusion really comes in. After pasteurization and months of storage, orange juice is bland. If you've ever squeezed a fresh orange at home, you know the taste is vibrant, slightly tangy, and unique every time. But the juice in your fridge, it somehow tastes exactly the same carton after carton, year after year. How do they pull that off? The secret is flavor packs. These aren't oranges in a carton. They're engineered mixtures created by fragrance and flavor companies, the same ones that design perfumes and air fresheners. When juice is stored in oxygen-deprived tanks, it loses its natural flavor compounds. To restore that fresh taste, manufacturers add back carefully crafted flavor packs made from orange-derived oils and essences. But here's the catch. These packs are chemically adjusted so that every brand has its own signature taste. That's why Tropicana always tastes like Tropicana, and Minute Maid always tastes like Minute Maid. And because the packs are technically made from orange products, companies don't have to list them on the label. Your carton might say 100% pure orange juice. And legally, that's true. But what you're drinking is a product whose flavor has been rebuilt in a lab to match consumer expectations. This isn't necessarily harmful. It's not artificial flavoring in the same way as soda, but it is a kind of marketing sleight of hand. When people imagine not from concentrate, they think of freshly squeezed oranges. In reality, it's juice that lost its flavor months ago, brought back to life with a fragrance company's recipe. The illusion is consistency. What seems natural is really engineered to taste natural. For decades, orange juice has been marketed as a health drink, packed with vitamin C, and part of a balanced breakfast. And while it does have nutrients, the reality is that a juice doesn't deliver the same benefits as the fruit itself. Here's why. When you drink juice, you lose the fiber. Fiber in whole fruit slows down digestion, prevents blood sugar spikes, and makes you feel full. Without it, juice acts almost like a sugar drink. In fact, a single 8-ounce glass of orange juice has about 21 grams of sugar, nearly as much as a can of soda. Studies back this up. Research from Harvard's School of Public Health found that while eating whole fruit was linked to a lower risk of type 2 diabetes, drinking fruit juice was linked to a higher risk. It's not that orange juice is bad, but the body processes it very differently than eating an orange. Another problem, many of the delicate antioxidants in oranges degrade during pasteurization and long storage. Fresh squeezed juice might have high levels of vitamin C and flavonoids, but by the time carton juice gets to your glass, levels are often much lower. The takeaway? If you want the full nutritional punch of an orange, you're better off eating the fruit itself. Juice can still be enjoyed, but it's not the superfood marketing makes it out to be. Take a look at orange juice commercials. They usually show farmers, orchards, and sunshine. It looks like the juice went straight from grove to glass. But the reality, it's an industrial product. Processed, stored, and flavored in giant factories before it ever reaches you. Labels like 100% pure and not from concentrate are legally accurate, but they're also misleading. They give the impression of fresh squeezed simplicity, when in fact, it's a carefully engineered product designed to taste the same year-round. That carton of juice doesn't just cost you at checkout, it comes with a nutritional cost. The illusion of freshness can trick people into drinking juice daily, thinking it's as healthy as fruit. But over time, the extra sugar and lack of fiber may contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and higher risk of type 2 diabetes. It doesn't mean juice is poison, but it does mean moderation matters. The health benefits of oranges don't fully translate into liquid form. So, what counts as truly fresh? It's simple, squeezing juice straight from the fruit and drinking it immediately. That's when vitamin C and antioxidants are at their peak. The fresher the squeeze, the more intact the nutrients. The illusion is thinking that a carton labeled fresh is the same thing. It isn't. What's in the carton is a processed, engineered product designed to taste like fresh oranges, but it's not the same. So, next time you pour a glass of OJ, remember, what tastes fresh might be anything but. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, but don't mistake it for the same nutrition as eating an orange. If you really want the benefits, grab the fruit itself. If this breakdown surprised you, give the video a like and share it with someone who loves orange juice. Don't forget to subscribe for more health and nutrition deep dives. You can also support our channel through merch or super thanks. And if you'd like to learn about the healthiest orange foods that actually protect your heart, check out our video right here. Thanks for watching. Stay smart, stay healthy, and take care of yourself.